Alright, here's my first video journal. I've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. Today was really scary. I've been really nervous about this class and this month in general being a very family-oriented month. My family lives in San Diego, but they're coming up to Portland and I'm going to see them this weekend, and the week after this class gets out I'm going down to San Diego for a week to see them. And so I've just been like, oh, I know that there's a lot here, and I think I've known that this class would be really intense, but was like, okay, you know, it'll happen when it happens, and I kind of had all these stories about what it would be, and I'm dismantling those a bit, because my initial perception, or my preconception, was that I would go deeper into these stories that I have about my family and my origins, and just after today I've been realizing, like, what you were saying with people are what you, like, who you perceive them to be, or like, I forget exactly what you said, but that really resonated with me, with my mom being like, I have these expectations and ideas about who she is and what she's gonna do, and of course she feels those expectations because it's like I'm creating that. And so that was really cool for me to be like, oh, it feels a lot wider, and I feel like it was cool to hear you talk about being part of the dysfunction and like normalizing dysfunction in a family, and being like, yeah, I mean, like, this is common and normal and okay, and like, how do we move forward and through it? And I've been thinking a lot about how I think a lot of I'm pretty resistant, like, I don't really want anything to do with the way my family lives their lives, and so I've spent a lot of time and energy resisting that and being like, yeah, no, like, I'm so different, and like, we're not like each other at all. And there are still so many things that I have obviously retained from that, because that's my like, that's my origin, but it is interesting because I feel like I make so many decisions out of spite. Like, my mom loves running, and so I'm like, no, I'm not gonna run. Like, I'll never run, like, because that'd be too much like my mom. And like, when people say that I look like her, I'm like, no, like, so I don't know, it's just, there's some resistance there definitely in what you were talking about, and like, oh, that's not your mom, that's you, like, that's your own shit playing out or like being projected on this relationship. I was like, oh god, because it's like, it's so hard for me. I feel a lot of shame in accepting the image and character of my mom that lives inside of me. So that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, today was I felt a lot more fear than I've felt in a bit, which was really cool.